He said, rejoice in the Lord always. Don't be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your request to God. Listen to that. Don't be anxious. You're carrying anxiety like a sack of concrete around day in and day out. The things you're worried about, the things you're concerned about. What does Paul say? Rejoice, thank God in all situations, and lay that burden down. Pray until you feel it lifted. Can you take a minute to look over some of the most challenging times in your life? And can you choose to find God's fingerprints inside of it? And I pray with all my heart, I can say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Here we are after 27 hours of travel between plane, bus, taxi, boat, and we're making it happen here.
It's really been amazing. If I was going to go on one mission trip, this was it. Even though there's been times where it's been physically difficult, the Lord strengthens us.
We're doing concrete, we're fixing a floor, we're pouring a floor, as well as now putting the siding up on some of the lumber that's been salvaged here in the area, and we're just getting it done.
It's just amazing to see God's beauty surrounding us, not only in the landscape, the smiling faces of the community here, their generosity, their kindness, the laughter of the children as I played with them yesterday, doing headstands and cartwheels, then just the camaraderie of the team, and with different personalities and characteristics and talents and abilities, and just being able to join together for one common goal of spreading Jesus Christ all around the world.
I've loved seeing so much growth in connectivity with the men that are on this team, and just so much laughter, so much fun, and so much camaraderie.
One of the big quotes that really impacted me was that communication, 85% of it is nonverbal. And so it's how you express yourself, it's how you act. You can just tell a lot that these people, while they don't have much material, their joy is just amazing. Just a simple smile is enough to just bring them pure happiness. And you smile at them, you just say hello, and they want to run up to you. And
just to see the joy in their eyes and their smiles as they're just learning about Jesus has just really touched my heart and moved me.
The kids are just jumping up and down. They're excited to praise and just sing and dance. And
just body language, just being genuine and letting Christ shine through you.
It's just to see the next generation. It's just, to see the faith continuing, that they'll probably grow up and have children of their own, and teaching them about Jesus and showing them Jesus with everything they do and how they live, even in remote areas like this.
It's the joy of the Spirit, 100%. And it's been amazing to see how other people worship and in different cultures.
As we've been kind of journeying throughout this week, we've had ups and downs. We've had tools break. When we were in Hempensa, we actually had some of our tools break, so we weren't able to complete the building. But man, we got that floor done, all concreted up, and we got most of the boards cut and ready to go. So once they get that tool in there, it'll be good to go.
In the beginning, I didn't really know what to expect. Came in with open heart, open mind. It's coming out here in a different atmosphere, because in life in general, it's so hustle.
Hot here, it's humid, a lot different than home, but honestly, it's so cool just to see the jungle. Uncomfortable sometimes when you're sitting on a canoe that could tip over at the slightest imbalance.
It's been very, very hot, a little uncomfortable. We're used to kind of cooling off, taking a shower at night, and feeling like things are going to be amazing the next day. Well, things are amazing the next day, but trying to get to sleep at night, being totally sweaty and kind of disgusting feeling, but it's been amazing. God has been good.
It's kind of like a breath of fresh air, just because I don't have to worry about anything, and I can just soak it all in and be in the moment and listen.
This past week, where we've gathered together and had devotions, we've prayed, we've sung, and God has shown up. And there's just so many deep things happening that I honestly don't think could happen unless you came and it got pulled out of your comfort zone.
God is kind of stirring every man on this trip in the capacity of comfort zones, that we expand our comfortability and we allow the awkward to become awesome.
Today we grabbed a bunch of boards and started carrying them. It was about 900 steps or so from where they're being cut right now with chainsaws. They're actually, this is like fresh, wet wood just pulled out of the tree. And so we're taking these boards up and getting them here to this church. The camaraderie of all the guys, and then also working with these pastors and carrying all these boards, doing it for something greater than ourselves, to see a church established in this community and to see the kingdom advanced here. And it's just so amazing.
Missionaries are my heroes. Missions is one of the most incredible things we can be a part of, even through Full Life. That's why we ask you to give monthly as we support missionaries and missions projects all around the world.
It's so amazing to see God do a deep work in every single man that's on this trip. And I believe everyone should go on a missions trip at some point in their lives, because we get to, build churches, yeah, but we get to advance the kingdom and see revival take place in our own hearts.
Go and make disciples. You guys have made an effort this week to go, but when you look at that word go, in the Greek, it doesn't mean go, it means be. Everywhere you are. It doesn't mean missions is about going on another trip or stamping your passport or how many places have you been. It means when you go back, you are everywhere present wherever you are. And that means just as open as you were to do the dumbest and craziest work, you're just as open when you step back foot in your home church. Obedience is not sitting back and waiting on God to tell you something. Obedience is taking steps and asking God to direct those steps. You have to give him some momentum.